Hi James, I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about your background.
Sure. I studied painting and printmaking in Los Angeles at a place called Otis. It was an art school. Later on, I was a printmaker professionally in Los Angeles, and I lived in a place up the coast from Los Angeles, halfway in between San Francisco and LA, so I did printmaking there. I also did some commercial things like illustrations and things of that nature early on in my career. So I've sort of run the gamut between very fine drawing work and very loose abstract work. I prefer doing abstracts now. I enjoy the movement and I enjoy the creativity and the spontaneity that an abstract can have. And it's never quite finished. You can always work on it, you can always change it. There's always something to be done to it. It drives some people crazy, but I'm used to it. I like teaching abstract painting, even though a lot of students might want to do a variety of things. I allow my students to, whatever subject matter they want, and I try to help them with their design and how to put a painting together, the elements and of good technique, the rhythms, brushwork, where to be soft, where to be hard, how to use it to make a good surface, because I think it's very important the way light hits a painting and how that changes during the day. So all those things combined help make a good painting. So, and I'm not concerned about whether they want to paint realistically or totally abstractly, although I have quite a few students who do paint abstractly, which I'm really pleased. Mm-hmm. But on the other side of the coin, I teach drawing. So I have some drawing classes, and we teach very objective drawing as well as very expressive drawing. Mm-hmm. And from time to time, I also do printmaking courses. Now, I've adjusted the printmaking courses to reflect sort of what's going on now in the world. We don't have the printmaking marketing that we used to have. Because of the computer and the digital age, has really made changes in how we view and think about prints. And we're trying to come to terms with that. So I've tried to be much more expressive and less graphic in my approach to printmaking, and more towards monoprints and less towards edition printing. In the old days, we did multiples of the same image. We do the original on a plate and then print multiples. Now we try to print one-offs and make them more expressive and more painterly, where they are more lively and have a lot more energy. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to match the two up. Even though the techniques are very different, I'm trying to bring the painting and the printmaking closer together.
Mm-hmm. So do you have artists that inspire you?
Over the years, I've had quite a few artists that inspired me. I would say collectively abstract painters, like I go back as far as say the abstract expressionists, which had a lot of publicity in the 40s and 50s, like guys like Pollock and de Kooning, Motherwell, and there's a lot of West Coast abstract painters as well, Diebenkorn. There's quite a few. Then later on, there's a newer crop of abstract artists who I'm not really familiar with, but I've seen some work. Abstract painting is quite well and quite strong worldwide, which is nice to see. I mean, it is all over, and the beauty of the internet is that you can connect and see what other people are doing. We're not just going on past things. And they're using a lot of new materials that have never been used before to paint, come up with some exciting new concepts. So painting's moving forward very quickly. When I was in school, a lot of the talk was about painting being dead, quote unquote dead. Nobody was ever going to do painting again. It was finished. And I'm proud to say that's not the case. Otherwise, all the art stores would be out of business. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But I think the paint companies are thriving.
Cool. So. And are you practicing as a full-time artist yourself? Like, do you have exhibitions?
Well, I have exhibitions. I have a studio at Lake House. which is in Takapuna, where people, I have people in from time to time there. I do group exhibitions quite a bit. I've done some solo exhibitions. My last big solo exhibition was at North Art last year, a little over a year ago, which was quite a project. I took up 3 rooms of the gallery.
Okay.
So, and I haven't done one since. I'm not on that scale, and I probably won't do one that scale again simply because it requires so much work.
So just quickly, what do you enjoy about teaching?
I really enjoy the interaction with the students, and I find it challenging because they always bring, I don't ever get to deal with anything but problems. Oh, can you fix this? Can you do that? How do you do that? So it keeps me on my toes. And I think I much prefer teaching and doing work to say just being an artist on my own, because I do feel like I gain a lot from the students. And particularly I find it challenging and rewarding to try to show somebody how to do something and then have them accomplish it. I think that's very gratifying to me, to see my students go on and be successful.
That's great. Thanks, James.
You bet.